Thanks for joining 2K Sports for NBA action this Sunday afternoon. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Berry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. It's the Sacramento Kings and the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Lucas. Here's Weber to the left side wing. Here's Richmond inside. Second chance shot. Misses at the rim. Jordan with it. Down low. Picked it out of midair. Here's Robertson. Misses from close range.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Now the Kings in transition. Here's Lucas. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Sacramento shooting their first shot from the stripe in this game. And the second free throw is good. Now Rose. Pass to Pippen. Back to Rose. Here's Rodman. Here's Pippen. Nails it from 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Sacramento now. Here's Robertson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Sacramento.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Good on both. Out to the right wing. Here's Richmond. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Pass to Pippen. Pulls up on the wing. And he gets that one. Pippen's got 7 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Rose. Pass to Jordan. Fades. Here's Rose. Butler, the open look. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. To the wing, right side. Here's Lucas. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Sacramento with some changes. Here's Rose. A minute 39 left in the first quarter here. That shot, no good. The Kings lead by 5. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Pass to Cousins. Here's Birdsong. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Rose. A minute 22 left in the opening quarter. Now here's Cousins. That one's good for 2.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Out to Rose. Hauled in by the Kings.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Birdsong shot is off.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Pippen. From behind the arc. Here's Rose. Another shot. 6 to shoot. To stop the drought. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Yes, sir. That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Pass to Birdsong. Johnson on the wing. Here's Bibby. No good. Misses at the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Sacramento on top. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think about the Kings here, guys?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And they're running. That one's good by Stojakovic.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Here's Jordan. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, the defender really went after him.
It's his first trip to the line. And so he hits both. Here's Archibald. Pass to Stojakovic. To the inside. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
And Sabonis getting his entire body up that time for the jam.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Here's Stojakovic. Lays it up and banks it in. Stojakovic has got 8 points.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Right wing. Pass to Divac. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one misses. The Bulls trail by 8. Butler with the ball. Back to Jordan. Blocked! That's tipped. Here's Pippen. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Sacramento leading by 6. And Lucas gets it to go. Lucas has got his second basket.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now. Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Archibald. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And it's a Kings ball. To the middle. Rodman with a rebound. The Bulls trail by 10. To the paint. Puts it up from 12. And here's Butler outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Well, when Butler's this focused, defenders, beware.
Inside. Pass to Archibald. Soft touch off the glass.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Rodman. With a teardrop. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Here we go. 1-on-1. And it's in there. And now it's an 11-point Kings lead.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
So the Kings making a change here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Butler. Pass to Gilmore. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Chicago shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podzemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Bibby. Over to the wing. Into the lane. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass break. Here we go. There's the three. And the Kings with another three.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Pass to Stojakovic. Beyond the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Now here's Levine. Will it go? It's rebounded by Bibby. Here's Stojakovic. 14 points for him. Gets it off. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. A just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And it's Levine with the ball for Chicago. It's a 16-point game. Down low. Here's Love. It's tipped. And pushing it up is Sacramento. The Kings again in transition. To the middle. The steal. To the inside. Pass to Lucas. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Lucas has got 7.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays, but that's been their preferred way of finding points.
Here's Richmond. They get it again. Here's Stojakovic. Second chance effort. Buries the jump shot. 9 points in the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
You got to keep that head up, and Levine knows that. Able to hit his man in stride there. Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
So the Kings making a change here. Inside. Love. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Oh, the guy is a monster around the rim. Now, if Sabonis is in close, he's going right for it.
And they get it back. Here's Butler. Second shot opportunity. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. Chicago shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
When you think of Jimmy Butler, his work ethic comes to mind. Notably how hungry he is to win at all costs.
Here's Robertson. He's got 11. Pass to Richmond. And another basket for Sacramento.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Out of bounds. It'll be Kings ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Here's Richmond. Here's Sabonis. Here's Richmond. Pass to Sabonis. Comes up empty down low. It's tipped. Here's Pippen. Out left to the wing. Here's Jordan. They shoot again. Over to the left wing. And here comes the break. Pass to Robertson. Now here's Sabonis. Covered by Jordan. Count the basket. And Sacramento leads by 21.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Pippen, no good. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Going inside. Pass to Divac. Here's Archibald. Guarded by Rose. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Divac. Here's Robertson. He's got 11. Here's Cousins. And another shot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And I know they don't really want him to walk in there, but there's got to be some resistance on Cousins when he gets positioned that deep.
The Kings making a switch here. And so here is Chicago. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Archibald. Pass to Divac.
And with a big lead, it's easy to take your foot off the gas like they did there.
Bulls trail by 21. Here's Rose. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, some explosive stuff from Rose right at the rim, showing these young boys how ferocious he can still be.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. Both good from the line that time.
They're really shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding a late lead.
Down low. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Here's Cousins. Can't connect from short range. Here's Pippen. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Sacramento. They're feeling great. A 21-point. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Kings lead by 21. And there's the foul. It'll go on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, Brendan, a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
And so here's Sacramento. The Bulls making their last shot. He takes it in. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Jacks up a 3. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Pass to Jordan. Here's Pippen. Fires the 3. Drains the triple.
Well, that equals his 3-point total in the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Here's Robertson. Here's Richmond. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Pippen. Goes back up. Here's Gilmore. Out to the wing. From deep, Jordan gets the 3 to fall. Jordan's got 5 points now this quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed when getting out on him.
Pass to Richmond. Here's Robertson. Here's Stojakovic. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
To the left wing. And he lobs it up. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Driving to the basket. That one's good. 7 for 10 now. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Kings.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on their turnovers. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around.
From deep, Jordan. again. It's the Bulls from deep.
And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Bulls trail by 15. .146 left in the fourth quarter here. Here they come with numbers in transition. Takes a three. Hits the trifecta.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Archibald to the middle. Out to the right wing. Here's Weber. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And Sacramento leads by 20.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, it feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Now here's Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with a three.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Archibald. To the wing on the left. And that one's good. Weber.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Out to Rose. Pass to Kukoc. Now Jordan. The layup off target. To the paint. Here's Cousins. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Cousins, and count it.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
So it's the